I'm just a fun, energetic person. I love to laugh. I love to have fun. I love friends. I love family. And I love being a part of capturing all of that in people's lives and just all the different people I get to meet, to be a part of the different things happening in their lives. I get to connect with them, laugh with them, cry with them, grow with them, and be their photographer for their family photographer to capture all of that throughout their lives. And that's something I really enjoy. So I'm a mom of 4 kiddos. I have 2 that are grown up. I have a 21-year-old and an 18-year-old. And then I also have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. I've been married 10 years, and we have just a busy family and life together. So I understand working hard, managing a lot of babies, and trying to just get through your day-to-day thing, let alone trying to make pictures, to bring your newborn in, to have pictures done. I understand just how chaotic life can be. So I took an elective in college. I was going back to school back in 2009. And it was a digital photography class, and I thought, okay. And it was the first day in that class that I knew I had found what I wanted to do. And realized I wanted to really specialize in newborns. I went ahead and invested in some workshops so that I could learn how to do the poses and stuff like that that I do with the baby safely and correctly and everything. So that's where I've invested the most in, is in my newborns and my education, my equipment, and my props. I love how incredibly they're just the purest souls, just so innocent, so pure, so just nothing but light. They're just complete innocence, and it is such a beautiful, beautiful thing to be able to capture them sleeping or just to hold them. And when you hold a little baby, oh my goodness, and it's just heartwarming. And then to get them to pose in little sleepy situations and in little pants and hats and little wraps and stuff, I think it's just capturing that brand newness. That's what I love to do. When a parent arrives, what I do is I have them come in and have a seat in my seating area, and they're welcome to sit back, relax, watch, hang out, sometimes help if I need their help. I have them take baby out of the car seat, and I have a blanket ready, so I wrap baby up in that blanket, and then I undress the baby, and we might top baby off with a little feeding or a bottle feeding, depending on if the parents are from out of town or in town. And then I kind of just see where baby is sleepy-wise. If I'm going to start, if they're doing a full session, if we're going to start with poses. If they're sleepy enough, I start there. If they're kind of awake, still kind of partially awake, I'll start with wraps, and that usually puts them into a good sleep. And then I can get my different variations with the wrap sets. And then by the time we're done with that, they're usually in a good sleep that we can go and do the poses. Oh, I have so many different soothing techniques. We use a pacifier. Pacifier is huge. It helps a lot with soothing them into different poses and positions and stuff. But I have some white noise. I have what's called a shusher. It makes the shushing sound. But I have a vibrator that I use that I'll put on baby that it like vibrates and just kind of helps soothe them. Usually just wiggling them, rocking them, that kind of thing, soothes them just fine. There has been some times where baby just is having some tummy trouble, and that's not anything I can really control or do. We try to soothe through it and do what we can to keep baby comfortable, but if they're having some tummy trouble, then they're having some tummy trouble. Still get the images. I mean, I'll do wrapped. I'll wrap the baby up. That usually helps. And then we still get all of the pictures if they're doing a full session and baby is having tummy troubles. And I just had one actually we weren't able to do the posing with this baby. We just did wraps. they got plenty of wrap. We have a huge variety of wrap chalk. Baby decides how the session goes. Each session is completely unique and different from any other because it's a newborn baby. This baby is going to be who decides how we proceed in the session and what we're going to do and what we're going to get. Not all babies do all poses, and I just work with baby and see what we're able to get. So I have a client of mine who's been with me since I started in my home studio, because I started with a home studio, and then I went to my little studio, and then I moved into my big studio. And she's been with me since I was in my home studio. She brought her first baby to me, and then I got to photograph her second child, and we were all excited. I was in my new studio, and then I just recently photographed her third child, and we're even more excited because we're in an even bigger studio, and I've grown as an artist, as a photographer, and being able to be a part of her growth, her family growing, and contributing to that with pictures is just what makes it all amazing and worth it. You know, the best time to photograph a newborn is when they're between 5 and 14 days old, while they're still curly and sleepy from being inside the womb. If you wait too much longer than that, they're more alert, they're more used to being out of the womb, and it's a little bit harder to get the newborn poses. So definitely want to book as soon as you get home from the hospital. You want to set up a time to come in, because I may not be able to get somebody in for a week or two. So the best way to get in touch with me is through my website, on my email right there, www.meant2be40.com. And I look forward to talking with you and photographing your new baby.